Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. So, when is a good time to do van life? Well, this video is going to be about exactly that, and we are going to get to that right now. And none of this is in any particular order. So, a good time to do van life is when you're trying to achieve a financial goal. Rather that financial goal be getting yourself out of debt, saving up money for a down payment for your home, for your next home or your first home, or buying a home and paying cash. Or it be to keep your student loan debt to a minimum for those of you that are going to college or you want to go to college. So maybe you might work a job and then you'll take the income from that job and use it to pay your school tuition the best you can. That way when you graduate, you don't have a six-figure student loan debt hanging over your head. You might have, I don't know, $30,000 or $40,000 for the student loan debt rather than $100,000. I mean, that's still a lot of money, but I'm just saying. So that's another time to where van life would be good is if you're going to school and you're trying to save as much money as possible. Like rather than having to pay money for rent or pay for your dorm, you can live out of your van. Because the reality of the matter is not everyone that desires to better themselves is going to have the luxury to stay at their parents' house while they're going to college. Some people might not think about going to college until they're in their 30s and 40s. And most likely you're not going to have the luxury to go back to your parents' house. You're going to have to figure it out yourself. So another good time to do van life is if you're like me and you love to travel, but you don't want to spend a crap ton of money for hotel room stays. Not to mention that many of your hotels are nasty, they're bed bug infested and so on and so forth. So to save money on hotels, that's another good time to do van life. Obviously, if you're in a financial pinch, like you lost your job and you know that you're not going to be able to afford to stay in your current apartment, you know you're having trouble paying your mortgage payments and you're getting ready to be foreclosed on, and you don't see anything possible that's feasible to where you can earn extra money in a relatively quick period of time to save your home from being foreclosed on or to save yourself from being evicted, that's another time to at least entertain the idea of van life. And contrary to certain people that automatically assume that people that choose to live out of their van full time are just lazy bums, I mean, that is not true. Now, do you got people that do van life that are lazy? Yes, you do. But then again, you got people that live in sticks and bricks that are also lazy. In fact, there's people that live in their vans full time that are actually way more productive and way more ambitious than people that live in sticks and bricks. I mean, there's people out here that live in a vehicle, whether it be a van or a car or an RV, for a time that earn six-figure incomes. While half of you people that live in sticks and bricks are barely making 30-some a year. I'm just saying. I mean, for those that make 30-some a year, nothing wrong with that. But I'm just using that as an example. That sometimes when you see somebody living out of a van, a lot of times, a lot of folks can be extremely judgmental about that person living in a van or a vehicle for that matter. So yeah, definitely, if you love to travel and you're looking to travel the country or something of that sort, the van life is definitely going to be beneficial because you'll save a lot of money on hotels. And another thing is, just because someone is living in a van full time does not mean they're on drugs. It doesn't mean that they made bad choices. Now, sometimes, yeah, that could be the case, but many times that's not the case. It's kind of like people that live in sticks and bricks. You got a lot of people that live in sticks and bricks that might abuse illegal substances, and they might be basically POSs and bums and all that type of stuff. And I just wanted to make this video because yesterday on the video that I made talking about not taking shortcuts in life, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, I made that video yesterday, so feel free to go back on this channel and watch it. But there is a segment in that video to where, for some of you, it may have seemed as if I was discouraging people from doing van life, and I wasn't. I was just simply pointing out that if you're looking to do van life because you don't want to work, you want to be lazy in layman's terms, for those of you that want to do van life for those reasons, I discourage you from doing van life, because obviously, even though you're living in a vehicle, you still gotta have money for the repair and the maintenance of the vehicle, and of course you're gonna have money to fill it up with gas, plus pay the insurance on it. And even though you're living out of a vehicle, you still need to make enough money to where you can afford some type of health coverage, plus food and water. And if you're doing van life full time, obviously, when it gets extremely hot or it gets extremely cold, you're going to need to have money to maybe put yourself up in a hotel for that night. And of course, when your vehicle breaks down and you have to take it into the shop for a day or two, you're going to need money to not only put yourself up in a hotel, but you're going to probably also have to rent you a vehicle, so you still got mode of transportation to get to wherever it is you got to get to. So I guess with all that being said, that's one reason to not do van life, is if you're just looking for an easy way out and you just want to be lazy and you don't want to work. But I would say, all in all, if you're looking for means to better your life, you're looking for means to improve your financial situation, van life definitely could be a wonderful tool. Now, if you're doing van life full time, is it going to be easy? No, it ain't. Is it going to take some getting used to? Most definitely. Now, granted, there's a whole crap load of equipment that you can buy online to make van life easier, and if you're not careful, that stuff can get rather costly. So just bear that in mind. So hopefully this video will help clarify some good reasons to entertain van life, along with that one reason to not do van life. So on that note, stay blessed. I'll catch you guys on the next one.